Today I would like we learn more about mulching. I don't know whether you understand about mulching. To start with, a mulch is a layer of a material applied to the surface of the soil to conserve soil moisture, improve fertility and health of the soil, and it also reduces weed growth and enhancing the visual appealing of the area. There's always time to apply this mulch, and the time is mid to late spring.
This is called mulching. We are doing what is called mulching. After we've planted our skuma, the scales, we have planted our spring onion, we have planted our spinach, those are spinach there. We have planted spinach. Now what we need to do, we are applying a manure, that is manure, chicken manure. After we applied that, as you can see, that is application of chicken manure evenly. We are applying evenly. After that, we are doing mulching. The reason as to why we want to do this mulching is because we don't want the soil to be dry. Mulching helps in terms of maintaining the moisture at the soil. By that, the plants will continue germinating even if there is dry season, or rather there is no rain. For a week it can germinate. Since we have planted right now, it's important to do mulching when you see there is no rain at all. So that's what we are gonna do right now. As you can see, we are applying, that's mulching. We are doing mulching with sawdust. That's what we can afford for now, since sawdust also can decompose. We don't need necessarily to come and start maybe removing the mulch itself. We are using this because it can decompose at the same time. When it's a rain season, it can still decompose. During your land preparation is when you'll weigh out what to use. If you are going to use grass, you need to, during your land preparation, you need to put it somewhere. Since it dries, when you plant, immediately that's when you'll apply your mulch. Another reason that has pushed us to use sawdust as a type of mulch is because it maintains water for a longer time. That means if the rain has to rain today, let's say today is on a Monday, then it means the water can be sustained the next 3 to 4 days, 5 days, it can be there, compared to grass. Grass has a tendency of drying so fast. At the same time, the mulch controls weeds. In what terms does it control weeds? The weeds doesn't have that space to sprout out.
Do you really know the materials used to do mulching? There's so many types of so many materials to use during the mulching. First of all, maybe if I let you know, we have the sawdust, we have organic residues, we have grass clippings, we have leaves, hay, straw, kitchen scraps, among other things like shredded newspapers. Also, animal manure, it also helps in mulching. How do we prepare the mulch beds? We need to kill and remove weeds. We trim the nearby trees and bushes. You rake your mulch bed. You cultivate the soil. Age your mulch bed. Smooth out your mulch bed. Treat your mulch bed, and also start mulching. And you don't need to mulch during the late fall. That is the point to note.
By that we have controlled weeds, we have maintained the moisture, and also by that our plants will sprout out very easily and very okay, without necessarily maybe coming out maybe to do some digging. It's very okay. That's why I advise people to learn to do mulching if they don't have time to come and be digging, or rather be checking out their small farm. The best option is to use mulch. And by doing mulching, it doesn't necessarily mean you need to use sawdust. As us, we have used sawdust. You can still use grass.
Dry grass.
That means you have to use dry grass. You don't have to use the the greener grass, because still it can grow.
There are some of the benefits of mulching. And by doing mulching, you conserve and extend available water. That is, the soil conserves and extends the available water, protects soil from erosion, reduces competition by suppressing the weeds. By that we say there's no sprouting out of the weeds since it has been suppressed. There's always moderation of temperature extremes. When there is a strong sun, there's always a temperature moderation. The disadvantages of applying mulching is if there's too much or over mulching of the soil, that's over mulching, it can bury and suffocate plants. So you need to monitor your mulching. You need to know the quantity of the mulch that you are going to apply to your soil. And also, by mulching, it's a convenient hiding place for the pests. So you need to look onto that, and you need to treat your mulch. Mulching also bakes your plant with excess heat if done incorrectly. By that I mean, if you don't apply your mulch, the quality, again it goes back to the quality, the quantity you apply, the quantity of mulch you apply, it's also important. If you over mulch, it also bakes your plants with excess heat if done incorrectly. That's what we were able to learn for today. Until next time, don't miss out to watch, subscribe, and also share.